Hi, my name is Sherry Hayhurst-Smith, and I am 6 weeks post-op from my L4-5 fusion. And I never thought that it would happen to me. I never thought that I would have back problems or, have surgery. 18 years ago, I had trigeminal neuralgia, and it was very traumatic. But I never knew how painful um, your back can become. And it started off like 4 years ago. I used to have, back pain just like any other person. Like if I was in a job a long time, I'm a court stenographer, and sometimes my back would hurt, but it would go away. Or if I was walking my dog and he would pull, that would make my back hurt, but it would go away. It was only temporary. But about 4 years ago, I lifted my equipment the wrong way coming up my steps, and I felt something pull, and it was painful, but it wasn't excruciating. And I did go to the doctor then, and I got an MRI, and they just said I had arthritis, and they gave me a muscle relaxer, told me I could do PT if I wanted to, but he kind of discouraged it. He said, you probably don't have time, and it's a bunch of old people and social hours. So I didn't do it. And looking back, I wish I had. I wish I had treated it while it was in the beginning stage. But anyway, 4 years passed, and my back, just last August of 2017, my back got really painful. It started when I was walking with heels. I thought I'd save money. I work in the city of Baltimore, so I parked my car in one parking garage, and I walked to my job, and then I walked to my next job, and then that night I was going to an Orioles game, so I walked to the Orioles game, and ever since then, my back just kept getting worse. It was the worst pain imaginable. And like I said, I have trigeminal neuralgia, and that's known to be the worst pain known to mankind. But this, if your back is out, you don't mess with your back. If your back is out, nothing else works. Nothing else works. And so I still continued to go to my jobs, continued, I went and I was on Percocet, gabapentin for nerve pain. I was on all these medications, and I went to a chiropractor. And then after that, I decided to do physical therapy. I went to a pain management place, then I did physical therapy. That wasn't helping. It was just making me worse. I just kept progressively getting worse. And then after that, they recommended that I get injections. Well, injections, they help my daughter. She had a herniated disc, and when she got injections, after the third one, she was better. And that's what kept me going. I thought, as soon as I get injections, just like her, she's got 50% of my DNA. As soon as I get injections, I'll get better too. But unfortunately, I didn't feel anything after 3 injections, and I kept hoping. So I went to a surgeon, and he said that my problem, the first surgeon I went to, Dr. Dean, he said I have, what's causing my pain is a spondylolisthesis at L4-5, and he would need to do a fusion surgery. Well, a laminectomy fusion. But he acted like it wasn't a big surgery, it wasn't a big deal, so something about that made me uneasy, and so I thought I need to get a second opinion. And plus I heard in orthopedics people get surgeries and they don't work. It could be for a number of reasons, and that scared me, and I wanted to make sure if I did have to get surgery that it would be at the right level and it would help me. because I didn't want to go through surgery and then get worse and suffer a lifetime of agony. I'm sorry, but that's just, I heard some horror stories. So anyway, after Dr. Dean's opinion, he told me he would keep me there one night. It wasn't a big surgery, and he's done 12,000 of these. So I thought, I need a second opinion. Well, I went to Dr. Moats at MedStar, and he said that he didn't feel comfortable taking me back for surgery, that he didn't know if it was, what level. And that scared me even more. He said, I think your problem is L2. The MRI says that there's something going on at L2. And that scared me because Dr. Dean had told me it's L4-5. And he tells me, I think it's L2. Well, what we could do is we could do an injection at L2. So he sends me to an anesthesiologist who agreed with him and said it's L2. Then I thought, what if I had surgery at L4-5? And my problem's at L2. So I thought, that's probably why there's a lot of failed back syndromes. But anyway, I got the injection at L2, and it was so painful. That's when I was really confused. I didn't know what to do. 2 doctors looked at my MRI and said it was L2. This first surgeon said it was L4-5. Well, anyway, after that, I went to the University of Maryland, and Dr. Ludwig said it was L4-5. It was my spondylolisthesis, the same thing that Dr. Dean said. But still, a part of me felt like I needed to know for sure. So I went back to Dr. Moats at MedStar, and I said, what if you're right and I get the fusion done at L4-5? Can I please speak to the top surgeon in your group who has operated on many people that I know and has helped them tremendously? So he made an appointment for me to see Dr. Astorian, and Dr. Astorian agreed that he wasn't comfortable taking me back for surgery. So I was really confused. He did some tests on me. He thought maybe it was my hip that was causing the problem. Well, anyway, he said, I think you should get an EMG. Well, the EMG was not fun. I went and I got an EMG done, which really was very painful. But the good news is, this doctor told me that did the EMG, he said, I am getting a lot of information. Because I heard there was only a 50% chance you could get information from an EMG, and it is very painful. And I cried, and I said, I don't like this, and he was like, nobody does. But after that torture session, I found out for sure that my pain was definitely coming from L4-5. And he also told me, I worked with Dr. Ludwig for many years at the University of Maryland, and he would not do a surgery on you that wasn't going to help. So that's when I knew. I picked my surgeon. I knew for sure that my pain was definitely coming from my spondylolisthesis. And I scheduled my surgery. And let me tell you, I'm glad I did, because I couldn't walk. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do my job. And I'd never once in my life been so helpless where I couldn't do anything. So I had to, for the first time in my life since I was a teenager, I had to quit working. I had to say, you know what? I may not make money. My financial situation will suffer, but I'm going to have to not work until I get better. And that's what I did. October 27th, I was in my last deposition, and I was walking, and I was walking back to my car, to the parking garage, and I had to hold onto walls. I fell to the curb, and people were watching me, even the attorneys I was working with that day, and they said, one of them actually said, call an ambulance, because I took a fall. And I said, please, just help me to my car. And the first time I've ever asked for help in my life, I gotta say. So anyway, that on the way home, I made up my mind that I wasn't going to go out on another job, and I would have breakdowns every time I would come home from a job, thinking that's what I'm here, put on this earth to do, is work, no matter what. I thought, I had to do it. It's a sign of weakness. So now I'm going back to work January 22nd. That's 3 months post-op. Actually, it's 2 months post-op, I'm sorry, but it's 3 months since I went on my last job, since I couldn't work anymore. So anyway, I've decided that I'm not going to kill myself anymore for my job, and I'm going to be good to myself. I'm going to exercise every day, which I didn't do. And I started my 6 weeks post-op physical therapy for the L4-5 fusion this week, and so far it's working out good. I still have site pain. I still have 50% of my leg pain approximately there. But the good news is I could walk. And I do at least 2 miles a day now. I'm trying to build it up. Some days I even do 3-4 miles. But the fusion was the best thing I ever did. And all I'm saying is it should be your last resort. It was my last resort. I saw 2 chiropractors, did physical therapy, aqua physical therapy. I was on medications, different kinds of painkillers. And I made the fusion my last resort because it scared me to death. And I heard horror stories about it not working for people. But I tried everything, like I said, and I'm very glad, I'm very pleased. I did my homework. I found the best surgeon. And I'm just looking forward to getting in the best shape of my life and never have to deal with this kind of pain again. The surgeon told me that physical therapy, the purpose of 6 weeks post-op physical therapy is to get rid of all the residual pain that's left, the site pain and the leg pain. And it's a very slow, difficult recovery. But, I am just very pleased, and I'm very glad I went through this because, I want to get my life back. I haven't seen a whole lot of my grandkids in the last 3 months. I used to be able to see them like every week or two, and now it's like, they live kind of far, and I can't watch them like I used to because of my back, but I'm going to get back in shape again, and everything will be back to normal. So, if this could help anybody suffering from back pain and who has any questions, just contact me, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. If I could just help one person with this recording, that would be great. Thank you.